That is the starter. Wow.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wildcard Sunday, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wildcard Weekend on EA Sports. The quick feed by Jackson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Bengals first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, Compton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
at the 35.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop the throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. That's to the left side, pulled in by Bench. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Back to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Genty. Nice move. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
19 yards. That's another.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's to Bowers once again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
10 yards. And the Raider first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. They dial up the quarterbacks that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, here's Genty. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Compton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 40-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Well, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Bengals.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7, Raiders 3.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We've got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
On the give, Genty.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He's brought down.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Short throw, caught by Bowers.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Only a yard.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Compton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
This now a 3rd and 4.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got man complete.
And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Intended for number 11.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass.
Able to find Higgins.
Burrow's pass.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass taken in. Boy's big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, he's got Thornton.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Completes this one to Thornton.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Thornton Jr.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts
14 yards.
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And his defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
The 2nd down pass.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now back to throw.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Ashton Genty. A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Olave over the middle.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We're underway here in the wild card round. This the first of 3 games today, but we had 2 games yesterday. Let's check them out. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Philadelphia, the Eagles at home to take on the Cowboys in the NFC East. And this is Devontae Smith. They're going to air it out to him deep downfield, and he's right there to grab it. And that's a 61-yard touchdown grab. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is the score as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here comes the Cincinnati defense now. They get ready for the next possession. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. This one taken. And it's a fumble. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
37-yard line.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to 17. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Olave holds it in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they used the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7.
Raiders 10.
That time a 9-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Working downfield, he's got Thornton down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, 84 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And a Bengal 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. They go play action with Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.